Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Paramedics and Pints. Today I got my PIP partner in paramedicine, Mr. Chris.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm a mother flipping PIP.
The flipping PIP, yeah, I like it. Today we're going to be comparing TEMU versus Amazon medical products just to see, as providers, are there any that we'd prefer to use or, would it make a difference at all? So with that, I think let's get started.
Yeah, we're gonna start off with a little pulse oximeter. So let's check our pulse ox here.
Yeah, so a little pulse oximeter here, fancy TEMU guy. All right, now you guys are gonna see me open a box on camera. Let's see how good this goes. Not off to a strong start.
How many paramedics does it take to open a box?
I don't know, I'm pretty embarrassed by these to be more than one.
So you're gonna do this nice and smoothly like that.
How did you do that? Well, I ripped the box, so
Just not the way they do
Mongo. It's open. Would you look at that?
Let me grab our Amazon one.
Ooh, still got that screen protector. This is like the best part of any
people love it.
unboxing anything. Cool. All right, let's see what we got here. So pulse ox, nice little display screen, similar power button to the one that we are providing. Well, let's run it. Let's see what's going on.
All right, so we'll put one on each
Bingo.
hand, and let's see what numbers we get.
Satin well.
So we're showing 98% saturation with 72 as the heart rate. What are we seeing on the other one, on the Amazon one? So the purple one is going to be the Amazon one.
Let's do this. There we go. Okay.
99, 69.
Nice.
We got
man, I am shaking today.
96. Let me point towards me a little bit. 96 and 73. So fairly consistent. I mean, I would say, now we're up to 97 if you want to show the cameras too. So, I mean, I would say close enough,
Yeah.
right? I mean, this is still an Amazon pulse ox, so,
Yeah.
the accuracy may not be perfect with that.
Right. I like this one better because it says I breathe better.
That's
but,
good. Yeah.
that's all preference. Cool. Yeah, I would say, I mean, these are
Yeah, let me
pretty darn close.
put them on. Let's see if I get a similar number.
What do you guys like about the style of them?
I mean, I think the black is a little sleek, really brings forward some aesthetic. I will say it's a little blockier though. It's a little bigger, the TEMU one, and so that will kind of throw it off. So 96 SpO2, 97 on, oh, nope, lining up.
Yeah, so it looks like they're pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Numbers wise. Yeah, I don't feel like this one feels any cheaper really than the Amazon one. Maybe not quite as snug on the finger.
Yeah.
Which if you're just checking at home wouldn't be that big of a deal.
No.
Weight, this actually feels a little heavier.
Right.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe cheaper plastic, but not significantly. The screen looks nice.
Yeah. I kind of like that it's a little heavier is from a finding it perspective. I will say the Amazon one has a handy dandy, it's unclipped right now, but a little clip that you can keep it around.
Did the TEMU one come with one? We haven't. What else is in the box?
What's in the box? It does come with a little clip.
Yeah, so it's the only other thing in the box. We got a little clip thing too. So you could add that here.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty equivalent.
Universal, cool.
Yeah, it's got a battery indicator, which is kind of nice.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, how about, so it looks like pulse ox number looks pretty accurate, or at least in line with what we're seeing from Amazon. I mean, it's about what I would expect, right? About what I would expect for these to be, not totally accurate, and we know as paramedics, right, we need to check these things manually because you never know what your equipment's going to give you, so.
Right, and then another thing too is don't trust these entirely. Remember, there's a lot of reasons why the pulse ox is wrong. So it's one of those things, read your patient, not your equipment all the time, right?
So comparing TEMU versus Amazon, we're going to give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think?
Hold on, I'll give you guys a countdown.
A little countdown
you
from
ready?
Sabrina.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Thumbs up?
Yeah, thumbs up.
Thumbs
yeah.
up. Thumbs
I
up.
mean, I think they're comparable. Now, in reality, I would give it a little bit of a blending. I think as far as the equipment goes for what they are, it's great. I kind of got a personal gripe against these little handheld SpO2s as opposed to the monitor, just because I've seen people freak themselves out with an SpO2 reading that's not entirely accurate when we get there with the higher grade stuff.
That's fair. But especially, I bought one for home when COVID was raging, I've got little kids at home.
Right.
If they had some respiratory symptoms, I wanted to be able to get a baseline.
Yeah.
And I think that these for that purpose, I think they work
Right.
perfectly.
They scratch the itch. for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, they give you a good baseline. So, looking online, there's a ton of these you can buy on Amazon. The one that we have here, I think we paid around $20 or $25 for. So, if the Amazon one was $25, what are you thinking cost-wise for the TEMU version? What do you think this guy cost?
I'm gonna go $8.64.
Okay, very specific. I'm gonna go $4.50. I'll say $4.50. What do you think, Sabrina? Sabrina's got the actual numbers. What you got, Sabrina?
Okay, it was $8.17, and it got delivered in about 4 days.
Wow. Yeah. that's
Okay.
quick.
Well, you were surprisingly
Pretty close. Pretty close.
That was pretty spot on.
Okay, double or nothing. Let's keep going.
So yeah, I think considering that this was about a third the price of this one,
I'd say it's worth it.
for about the same accuracy, and like the fit and finish seems pretty equivalent. I think yeah, you'd be fine to buy one of these for at-home purposes.
Yep.
Professionally, would I want to use either of these? No, definitely not. Especially based off of seeing the heart rates are inaccurate.
Right.
But yeah, I think for at-home, I think it's quality.
Perfect. Moving on. What do we got next in our little mystery grab bag?
Next, we have a TEMU glucometer. So, glucometer, for those that might not know, is to check blood sugar levels. So we have not actually seen this yet. Sabrina opened it up to put batteries in, so you didn't have to watch us struggle with batteries. But let's see what comes in here. So we have the actual device. It has a multi-use Lancet, it looks like here. Do
you want to share that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I don't know where you've been. I don't want to share blood with
Fair
you.
enough.
And then twist Lancets, so you can jab each other.
Yeah.
And then we've got 50 test strips in here. So
Cool.
let's see if it works like so normal glucometers, which we'll check here in a minute. We have like a brand name glucometer. You just put the test strip in and it kind of turns itself on. So let's see if this one functions the same. Have you eaten breakfast yet?
No.
No? Okay, me either, so this will be interesting to see. I'm not a breakfast guy.
Me either.
So 50 test strips.
Actually, I take that back. I ate a Snickers.
You're a real grown-up.
Not a breakfast guy, though.
All right, so we'll load it up and see. Okay, turns on. We're getting a little, it's asking for some blood. So I get to poke you first?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to check both on the same person, huh?
Oh, man.
You get poked twice.
That's fine.
You know what we should actually probably do? I'm gonna get this one set up and we'll just see if we can get blood from the same site.
Oh, yeah. That's good friend activity right there. It's a missed opportunity to poke
It's
me.
more about accuracy, but you tell yourself whatever you need to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hurtful, but understood.
that should be good and dry. Little poke, 1, 2, 3.
Ow. You're not wearing your gloves.
We share everything, it sounds like. So.
Didn't even want to share the Lancet, though.
All right.
Yeah, just gauze will work.
Here, if you want to
Yeah, I'll just hold it.
throw that on there. So we've got 102 here for the TEMU one, 102 for the Contour Next EZ. So, and this is from, I believe we bought this on Amazon, but this is a common one that you'll see in Walgreens and all that kind of thing. So, I mean, exactly matched.
Yeah.
Do we want to do the same thing on me and just
Mostly because I
verify
want
the
to poke
results?
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
We don't have a sharps container anywhere.
Yep, I'm going to take a Band-Aid, too.
How did it feel, Chris? How did it feel putting the strips in and turning it on?
Yeah, I mean, it functions the same as everything. It definitely feels cheaper. I feel like the plastic actually feels, kind of like cheaper, lower grade plastic than the Contour here. Other than that, though, I mean, functionality was the same. 50, I think it was 50 pieces. So glucometer is generally really cheap, but the strips are what's expensive. So I would be interested in where and how you would get more strips, because for this you can just buy more strips online at any time. So that I would kind of question that. But yeah, and you'll grab them here in a second. But I feel like it just feels light and cheap compared to this one. This feels more solid, like it would last you a long time.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, let's get you some prep stuff.
But so far, it's looking accurate.
Okay. Just get ahead of the curve.
That's a real medic right there.
So when's the last time you ate breakfast?
Is it gonna hurt? I have not eaten since last night.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so let's get our strips out and ready. These strips look a little different than I'm used to. Yeah. Okay.
And they still have like the little microchip and.
Yeah, still function fairly similar.
This is Electron brand. It says it measures from 20 to 600. I would be interested in how true that is. Most glucometers that I have used in the field, and this is similar to what I've used as a paramedic, the contour one. It's only going to measure down to about 40.
1, 2, 3.
Ow.
Yeah, it's okay. You can cry about it to the doctor.
I will. But yeah, it says it measures all the way down to 20 and up to 600. So typically they go from about 40 to 400. So that's interesting.
So we got some differing readings on this guy here. The contour we got 86. The TEMU we got a 95 on you. So a little different on you.
Can we just to see? Can we pull that strip out and just throw another one in and just see?
Yeah.
If that is at least consistent with itself.
Yeah. Don't think about the blood that's out and about on your skin there.
I'm not. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Except for me.
Except for you.
Yeah.
So consistently what we got last time.
Yeah.
Do we want to pull just to see one more?
Let's just see. Because this is going to change the outlooks a little bit for me.
Yeah, it's interesting that yours was, I mean, spot on, but my, what it's given my blood is a little different.
Make sure I got a decent amount on that guy. Thinking, oh, this one actually came back up.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder if that speaks against our contour friend here.
Maybe, yeah, that was, or you got that one first, right?
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Cool.
So what did you think of like the feel of the Electron blood glucose meter HHXT520?
I mean, a little thinner. I kind of like the design of the contour a little better, just maybe a personal preference, I think. But I do agree, maybe a little cheaper in the feel of it. It also looks like it has less settings available, like at least button availability. I don't know what the up and down would be for, I guess, to scroll through multiple. Versus with the Electron blood glucose here, a little bit different as far as the button availability.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is so you can view kind of old readings.
Yeah.
Just so you can kind of track where they've been at and what numbers have been and all that.
Right. I mean, and that's a perspective non-EMS that I guess is nice, but realistically, does it apply to us? Not all the time, right?
Yeah, I mean, so here, let's do a little thumbs up, yes or no. Sabrina, you want to give us a little drum roll here?
All right, you guys. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm gonna give both. I'm gonna kind of in the middle.
That's fair. I think I would give it an up just based on, knowing it's TEMU, knowing it's likely going to be cheaper than what we've got running on the other side. I think it's kind of worth the bang for the buck. I think I'd be curious to see where the strip availability would be on it.
Yeah, I think functionality-wise and all that, I think it worked fine. That would be my big. That was why I gave it kind of the both, right?
Right.
I just don't know enough about it to know if I was diabetic, would I purchase this, or if I was, for whatever, if I had a medical kit and I had a diabetic kit or something, would I purchase this? I don't know, but only because I don't know the availability of strips. It didn't come with any. Usually when you buy one of these, it comes with a high and a low fluid so that you can calibrate it. It didn't have anything for calibration, which we didn't read the manuals. Maybe it talks about calibration, but I don't know if it can be calibrated because they can get, inaccurate down the line.
Yeah.
So for those reasons, I'm not giving it a thumbs up. Just independently based off our testing today, though, for sure a thumbs up.
I will
it
say
did what it's supposed to.
Now that we're letting it sit, I think it's interesting that the longer the strip has been in the contour compared to the Electron, that number is still available. So at a certain point, this screen will time out, which I'm wondering. But I also would say, from an EMS perspective, I don't see much difference. I would say if I was a diabetic and I was worried about my sugars consistently, I probably would go contour a little bit more, just because you can check, right? Potentially.
Well, that leads us to one last thing to talk about with these guys, and that's going to be the price. So, looking for the Contour next, and I think that it might be a last generation thing. It was kind of hard for me to find many of them to purchase online, but I could find the glucometer itself for like $18 to $20, and then strips are kind of all over the place, and that's where the cost usually is. So the TEMU package did come with 50 strips,
right?
So we need to factor that in,
right?
I want to say for 50 strips and the Contour Next, probably like $50 to $60. So we'll say
TEMU?
no, for the Amazon one. So we'll say like $60 is kind of our baseline for the brand name product. What do you think the cost would be for the TEMU one?
$24.36.
Okay, I'm going to say 12. I'll throw out $12.
Okay, the price was $9.90 for that kit. And then I looked up on TEMU if you can get more strips, and there are strips for that specific one. And for 100, it's $16.03.
Wow.
That
significantly cheaper.
That's good news,
Yeah, so that's pretty good actually. That's a big savings for the strips especially.
Right.
Obviously cheaper products, longevity, who knows how long it's gonna last. Where the Contours, I mean, working on an ambulance, I had the same one for years.
Right.
They've always functioned well. I think every month or so we would calibrate it, but who knows if the TEMU version would last that long. But
yeah. I mean, I think if I was buying it for my own purchase or for myself for checking, I don't see why I wouldn't go TEMU in my mind.
Yeah. Agree.
So we ran out a little bit of time. We were going to go through gloves today. However, we do have some more mystery TEMU items coming in the mail. So we will have to have you guys catch us on the next one when we go through gloves and compare them with what we would use normally out in the field.
Cool. Yeah, right on. Hopefully that was a little informational for you. Hopefully it was kind of fun too. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah, my
I do have a little, little owie on the thingy. Yeah, cool. Hit like, hit subscribe, all that stuff.
Catch you next time.
Catch you next time. Wave finger guns.
Boom.